There's one thing that all of these makeup looks have in common. I did them. As a professional makeup artist, one of my favorite things to do is a soft and snatched Baddie Glam. Welcome
But
to
will
the
that
art
look good
of
on
the
my
Baddie
acne
Glam.
prone and
I'm
textured
gonna be
skin?
teaching you
Let's
a
find out.
signature.
Welcome back to my new series called Is It a Makeup Routine or Does It Just Look Good on Clear Smooth Skin? A series where we try out popular makeup routines, your favorite influencers, celebrities, makeup artists on a skin type that's not so much seen on social media. And today we are trying out Miss Chanel's Soft Glam Baddie makeup routine. I gathered the products and steps that she recommended, so let's get into this and follow it step by step. I'm going to be walking you guys through application, the different lighting check because lighting makes a huge difference on how makeup looks on the skin, and the full wear test at the end of the day. So let's get into this. She mentioned she did her brows off camera, so I'm going to quickly give mine a little bit of a fill in. This is the Valentino brow pencil. It's one of my favorites. And let's dive into the skincare. She started off with the First Aid Beauty Radiance pads. These are actually some of my favorites, especially while I've been on a Raslo, to just make sure my skin is nice and prepped and there's no like flakiness. I have a spot here that won't stop bleeding. I'm gonna take these Easy Derm. They're the most invisible ones I've come across, the tea tree ones. Pop that on. Then she went in with a milky toner. I have the Thayer's one on hand. This is actually one of my favorites. Then I'm gonna go in with the Tatcha Dewy Milk Moisturizer. This is new. Flat brush with some concealer to clean up those brows. And she took more of a fluffy brush to bring that concealer down onto the lid as our eyeshadow base. I actually love doing this. I'm not a big like eyeshadow primer girly. Now this step I actually found really interesting. She actually sets down her eyeshadow base with a powder puff and a pressed powder. Grabbing some powder bronzer and fluffing this into the crease. This is not like my absolute favorite one, but it's the only powder bronzer I currently have in my Vienna apartment. All the rest of my makeup collection is back home in Canada. She brought it into the start of the brow and then all the way out. This is actually one of my favorite neutral palettes that I take traveling with me. It's from Lawless, really similar shade to what she used, and I'm going to take it into the crease and winging it out slightly at the end. Now taking the light shade on a more flat brush and placing this in the inner corner. Instead of a gel liner, I'm going to use this felt tip one. It's the Urban Decay 24/7 inks in the shade Whiskey. Eyeliner is done. Then she used her eye cream to actually clean up the edge. I actually love just using my regular moisturizer since I'm not a huge eye cream girl. Let's prime the skin. For blurring primer, I do have this Huda Beauty one on hand. Concentrate this on the center of the face. And while that sinks into the skin, let me throw some brow gel on. L'Oreal 24-hour brow lamination. Okay, it's so perfect because I have the Anastasia foundation here. Pump it onto the back of my hand. I use the shade 1CR. She always uses a brush to apply her foundations, which I love because I'm definitely a brush girl, and this is one of my favorites. It's the Cosmetics number 7. Love how smoothly it applies product on my textured skin, and yeah, this is full coverage foundation. I always apply the majority of my coverage like to the cheek area and lower half of the face, and I take the excess on to like my forehead and sides of my face where I don't need as much coverage. Time to sculpt. I'm using the Milani Cream Contour. This is one of my favorites, and actually I'm so happy she mentioned using a small fluffy angled brush. This one's BK Beauty 109. Just start on the forehead and connecting it all the way into the eyeshadow. Sculpting right above the cheekbone and get that jawline as well. Time to blush, my favorite part of my base routine. We're gonna go pink, bubblegum pink. I'm gonna start off with the Armani liquid blush. This is in the shade 53. Blending this on the high portion of the face and blending into the under eye. Make the pink pop more. I'm gonna layer Huda Beauty in the shade Strawberry Cream. Oh God, this literally smells like strawberry ice cream. Bringing some of the leftover blush on the brush into the bronzer on the forehead. Oh, I kind of like that. Okay, I'm using the Natasha Denona concealer. The Hourglass seems to be a little too heavy for like my dry textured skin. This one sits really, really nice for me. I love that she uses a little like dense brush for her concealer. She doesn't blend it out immediately. She kind of places it first using the brush. She snatched her nose so thinly that I didn't even realize it. So let's take the concealer the nose like this as well. Let's dry that down. Okay, this is the part that shocked me. She actually takes like a fluffy, almost like powder brush, and this is actually what she uses to blend that concealer out, to kind of just feather it. I love this idea. And then she goes in with a bit of a lighter concealer right here to add more of that brightness and blends it out with a fluffy brush. Let's clean up that eye with some concealer. She grabs a sponge and kind of goes over everything to melt it all together. She uses a powder that's not too pink, which made me so happy because that's what I use on an everyday basis. This is Laura Mercier Rose. Pick some up on my puff, and to make sure that I get an even layer, I always go into the palm of the hand. She sets starting alongside of the nose and then all the way up to the cheek. Taking the powder down the smile lines and on the chin. And she uses Huda Beauty Pound Cake. She mentioned this doesn't have that pinky shade to it, so it'll blend better with the rest of the skin, and she just sets the exterior with this. Diving into powder bronzer on a little fluffy brush wherever we put the cream, and I'm really taking this into my hairline. I didn't see her do anything to the nose, but I'm just gonna add just a little bit of the excess bronzer. Let's go in with our powder blushes. I feel like I have the perfect shades. These are from YSL. The shade 42 and 54. So to start off with the lighter shade, using that at the higher point of the temple, and then we're going in with the deeper shade underneath. Interesting technique. I like this because I always try to get that gradient with my blush. Time to take a brightening powder. I've been loving this one from Kosas and using it on a powder puff. I also like to just get a smooth application, and then I'm pressing it in the inner part here. It just gives that extra bit of smoothness to the makeup and brightens that eye up. I don't have a highlighter with me here in Vienna, but one of my favorites to use as a highlighter is this eyeshadow shade from WhatsApp Beauty. It's just the most perfect like champagne color. So I just dip in very slightly with like a small fluffy eyeshadow brush. Look at that. Okay, I don't usually use powder to carve my face like this. Love how she focuses more on the actual placement and technique, and rather than the actual products used. Yes, while the individual products are so important, application plays such a big role in how things are actually going to work on the skin, and a lot of time you can use what you have at home. She kind of applies it and then dusts it off right away, so I'm going to do the same. I feel like I prefer this rather than letting it sit and bake, because then it creates a bit of a too harsh line for me and can emphasize some of my scars on the lower half of my face. Okay, to take down the powder, she uses a powder melting spray from One Size. I have this one from Tier Tier. This is the glossy coating mist. I actually really enjoy this. I'm just gonna do a light spray. Love how it instantly gives that hydrated look to the skin. Okay, I'm gonna add my mascara now. So just giving my lashes a curl. She has such beautiful lashes. I honestly love the look of just mascara with one of these soft glam looks. I'm using my YSL. I love how this gives my lashes that length and volume. She didn't show for the under eye, or maybe I missed it. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of the bronzer and finish it off with some lower lash mascara. I just added some finishing touches to the eyes with a little bit of glitter. All right, time for the lips, which is my favorite part of any makeup routine. I'm gonna start off with Stone. You guys know I do this every single time I do my lips, but I use Stone to kind of give my lips a bit of that fuller effect because it will act like a contour shade, and I go underneath that bottom lip. Then she uses a brown lip liner. I use Kosas in the shade Supreme. Find my Cupid's bow normally. She slightly blends this out. I'm taking a nice and nude lipstick. This is Data Stream from Shiseido. And just because I don't have too many nudes on hand right now, so I'm going to take a little bit of my concealer. This one from Kiko in the shade 05. Like, look how beautiful this is. I'm gonna mix it with a little bit of Lawless Daisy Pink. I'm a huge like throw on 5,000 lip products and call it a lip combo type girl. Now it's time to lock this glam down. I'm gonna use the Tier Tier Mask Fit Setting Spray. I really enjoy this. Time to take the hair down. This is like the best I've looked in a minute. This is what happens when all week I'm just sitting down working, and then I remember that I have free will and can glam just to sit at home and work. And now I owe you everything today, because look how good this turned out. But of course, let me show you what this looks like in different lighting, since this is all in front of my ring lights, and then we're gonna wear it throughout the whole day. Here is what the makeup looks like away from the light. If I move it around, when that lighting angle shifts, the texture will pop up a bit more. All right, so here is the makeup in some natural lighting. It's a bit overcast today, so that will kind of soften the lighting and give the skin a more smooth appearance. Here is the makeup in some bathroom lighting. I always think this gives a really realistic look, but I will check with you guys at the end of the day. Okay guys, it is the end of the day. I've had this makeup on for about 10 hours. Honestly, it is looking really good. This is just some bathroom lighting. It wasn't hot out today though, so I do want to preface that. Let's go look in front of the ring light. Here's the Glam in front of the ring light. We had a little bit of wear over here, and then I had a wrap for dinner, so that kind of took off the lip, but the skin's looking a little bit shiny. You know, we have like my pores kind of showing a little bit more through. The eyes are looking really good, no creasing on the shadow there. And honestly, the makeup didn't settle into any of my lines or cling to any of my dryness or pill up. So that's really good. The blush is looking really radiant. I'm definitely going to keep using this makeup back of how we layered the blush today. I love how that turned out. But yeah, this is the finished look. Let me know what you think and tag me in whose routine you want me to try next as part of this series. Go check out more of my videos over on YouTube and my podcast, Loud Talk with Lavi, where we break down the walls of beauty standards one fall at a time. I love you, and remember to tell yourself something you love about your skin today.